ladies and gents, welcome back to another little short podcast on the Bogan Baseball channel. Today, we actually have a special guest, our good friend of the podcast, Dylan. So, he will be joining us for this. Today, we will be doing a bracket. So, we'll basically be just filling in our World Baseball Classic, only about 5-10 minutes, just discussing what we think, who's going to win, who's going to perform, and who we think is going to win this. So, yeah, make sure, obviously, whatever platform you're watching on, follow us on all platforms. And yeah, leave some comments so we can discuss things in future podcasts, obviously. Thanks for joining me today, Dylan. And we
Yeah,
will.
good. I'm ready to get started with this bracket.
Well, it's great that you sound hyped. All right, we'll get into it straight away.
What?
I'll just get it up real quick.
Yeah.
And we will start with Pool A. So, who is in this pool? We have Puerto Rico, Cuba, Canada, Panama, and Colombia. Actually, quite a strong pool. Now, this actually does get interesting because last year I remember it was Cuba and Puerto Rico that made it through, and Canada were the favourites, and they didn't, which is quite interesting.
Were they the favourite, and then didn't make it? I
They
didn't
definitely
think they
were.
were the
They
favourite.
definitely were the favourite because I had Freddie Freeman in that last year. I remember, and then they were just big upsets. Like they lost to Cuba, they lost to Puerto Rico. I'm pretty sure they lost
Which they
to
don't have
Panama
this
too.
year, I don't think.
No, they don't have Freddie Freeman, but they still have a stronger team than last year because they've got guys like I'm trying to remember. They've got better pitching this year. I think it was like one name I saw that popped up later. I'll put it in brackets below once I go back and edit this and put it in. But I know there's one starting pitcher who's actually pretty good, and then there's Vance Worley and a couple others who are actually pretty good. So they don't have that bad of a team, but I still think Puerto Rico are definitely the best team in this comp. They'll finish first. What do you think?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, because they've got guys
I
like
agree. Puerto Rico come
Port-
first.
Port-
Even missing. I mean, even with the guys missing, the MLB guys on the team, like pretty sure Lindor should be in Puerto Rico. Still win anyway.
like they've still got good pitching. I'm pretty sure Marcus. I don't remember if Marcus Stroman's one of the ones who didn't have the insurance, but their team just they've got they've got like a triple A lineup. Like it's a solid lineup, and yeah, I think they'll easily take number one in this pool. They'll
Yeah.
win every game in their pool play, and then they'll make it. But number two gets interesting because
I don't know if they'll win every game in pool play. I think they might miss one just because they're saving guys for next round.
yeah, but they want the advantage of finishing first. That's all. Because then they play an easier opponent in the
But
quarterfinals. And if they drop one game,
yeah,
that means that
they'll
another team will be
get
the one
their
seed.
advantage of finishing first, but they'll get their advantage of finishing first. But I don't think they'll win every game still.
Sure. All right, then it comes down to I think we can both pretty much count out Panama and Colombia as much as they're not. Like, Panama's not that bad, Colombia's not that
Yes,
bad, but they're not to the level of Cuba and Canada or Puerto Rico. So
they're decent teams. They're just in the wrong pool.
yeah, exactly. So I honestly think either Cuba or Canada will be one of the teams. They're both very strong teams. Canada on paper is a better team, but obviously we saw last year they choked it and didn't make it to the quarterfinals. So, but I think Canada will get it done this year. What do you think?
I don't know. I just can't think of any guys that Cuba are missing.
Cuba, yeah, they don't
I
really have
might just
anyone
go
missing. They've still
that
got
it's going to be this. Yeah, that's what I mean. I just think that they would just be the same as last year. Puerto Rico and
you're right.
Canada, Puerto Rico and Cuba, and then Canada will miss out.
Hmm. And yeah, as you said, I don't think Cuba's actually missing anyone. They've still got superstars like Luis Robert, who are going to be in that lineup, who are not superstars, but still major league
Yeah.
starters who are batting. And I know they've got a couple good pitchers too to hold up the fort. Like they beat us in the quarterfinals last year too. Yeah, so
Yep.
I guess we'll go with Cuba. I think I agree with you with that. I don't think Canada have the pitching that Cuba do, and they will. Yeah,
Nah.
Cuba will sneak in.
They
Now
may
for
have
Pool
better.
B,
They might have like a better starting rotation, but they just don't have the depth. I
exactly. I
think.
agree. I agree because yeah, there's the Great Britain guys. They don't play any organized baseball. If they do, it's low, not even low A level, because they
Yeah.
don't really have a league over there. And
No,
if they're not in
it's
professional baseball, they're
professional baseball is nothing over there, really.
exactly. No offense to to Great Britain, but we're speaking the facts right here. All right,
I
Pool
mean,
B. This
also
is
their
okay.
jerseys just speak for themselves, don't they?
Also, just said Great Britain when we were talking about Canada. My apologies for that. I don't know why I got that in my head. I also said Vancouver played for them.
Oh,
Vancouver
I
does
thought you
not play
moved
for
on to
them.
pool. I thought you moved on to the next pool. That's why.
Oh no. Okay, we're on Pool B now. We have United States, Mexico, Italy, Great Britain, and Brazil. Now this one might be the easiest one to pick out. I don't think anyone will get close to United States in this pool. Maybe
It's
Mexico will, and then
pretty
Mexico's second
easy
best.
top two. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Great Britain's best hitter is Trace Thompson. So I don't I
Yeah.
don't think they'll make it through. And I think Italy are decent. Like I'll have guys like Anthony Rizzo. I know he's playing, and I think there's
They've got
Nicky
a couple guys, but
Lopez.
not to compete with the
Well,
US or
They've got
Mexico. Just
Vinny
not enough.
Pasquantino too. They've got a solid hitting, but I know they've got not much pitching. But yeah, Mexico are we saw the
Yeah.
last World Baseball Classic. They were very very good. So United States 1 seed and Mexico 2 seed. I think we can agree with that.
Yeah.
You agree with that? Yeah.
Pretty safe, that one. Yeah, that's a
All right.
pretty safe pool.
We'll see. Now this is when our Australian bias might come into play a little bit. But do we stay a little? But okay. So remember last year, Japan was the 1 seed and Australia were the 2 seed, which people keep forgetting.
Maybe a little.
Australia beat Korea in the first game, and we beat them by 2 or 3 from memory, and then we beat everyone else apart from Japan. Now, difference is this year there is no Team China, and they've turned into Chinese Taipei, and they're actually a decent team, Chinese Taipei. I still don't think
Well,
they're
not Chinese
up to.
Taipei last year.
No, it was just Team
Yeah,
China.
they were.
Chinese Taipei were in the other pool. Um, Czech Republic were, but China's not
The
in it
two
this year.
separate teams last year. Because I remember Chinese Taipei being in the tournament.
Yeah. No, Chinese Taipei were in a different pool. They were in Pool D last year, while China were in ours.
Right.
So obviously Japan 1 seed. I'll click that, put that in straight away. We already know this. They're not. They're not going to lose a game in this pool. I'm pretty. Yeah, like no way.
Japan, no, not a chance. Unless they're like desperately saving guys, not a chance that they lose a game.
Yeah, and they only really need to try against Korea realistically because they know for a fact that Australia won't be trying against them. Same with Korea. Like no one's really going to try against Japan because they know they need to win every other game in order
Yeah,
to make it to
they just know
quarterfinals.
they're too good, so they'll just
Yeah.
like play it as is, save their pitches.
hmm Now, quick.
Yeah,
As I've seen with other content
I
creators,
mean,
they've quickly just gone straight to Korea being this 2 seed. Now, people need to remember that last year Australia actually was the 2 seed and nearly rolled Cuba in the quarterfinals. And this year, Australia are actually better, and I don't actually see any improvement on the Korean side. I went through all their stats and everything, and they don't look any different to they did last World Baseball Classic. While we have Curtis Mead, Travis Bazana, and all of our guys have gotten better. So, what do you think?
I mean, it just depends. I guess how we play our first couple of games and who we beat, how well we
We
play
don't,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. It's between
So,
the
Australia
two
players,
teams. I think we should
yeah,
we should be. It just I think it comes down to if we beat Korea in any game,
and vice
pretty
versa.
much.
But, so the way it's set up, I know
Yeah.
Australia play Chinese Taipei first, and they play Czech Republic, then Japan, and then they play Korea for the final game, which will probably decide the pool. Judging Australia doesn't drop a game to Chinese Taipei or Czech Republic, which they won't drop it to Czech Republic, but we're still a better team than Chinese Taipei, but there is a small chance we drop it to them,
Yes.
especially because it's the first game. But years gone back, we've been the better team in the first game anyway. So who should we go
Yeah.
with, Korea
We
or
usually
Australia?
start pretty well, and then after that, it's.
Yeah, yeah. What was the difference
I think
last year?
just
We just
based on last year, put us in there, and we gained a couple of guys that we didn't have last year. A couple of guys either in the MLB or like looking really good. Um, Yeah, there's a
Mhm.
couple of guys that are retiring and kind of towards the end in our team. Just got a couple more new young guys that would be good.
No, I agree. It'll be close though. It'll be very interesting. I reckon that'll be the best game of pool play for anyone to watch across anything apart
Oh,
from
well,
Cuba and Canada will be a big game, but I
apart
think
from the
Australia,
final,
yeah.
but
Oh yeah, I meant pool play. So yeah,
yeah,
Australia go
should be
through the next
pretty.
round. Pool D,
Yeah,
we have Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Netherlands, Israel, Nicaragua. Now this might be the easy. Oh, actually, it could get interesting. But
I
the two
mean,
teams we know are going to be they're going to be in a Dominican Republic and Venezuela. They're both top five
Canada,
teams.
yes, and I think
Because
they're
these
going
other
to be
three
my
might
two
be big.
picks, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Um,
You can pretty much count out Israel. So, like, yes,
they've
they've got
got
a
I
couple of
think
guys, but are
defense
they really going
supports.
to impact the game that much?
No, every single one of the pitches is local. I'm pretty sure, apart from I think it was James Paxton I saw, who is retired and had a 5 ERA last year or
Yeah,
something.
he's the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Nicaragua,
they're
the teams
pretty
play.
bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
Even
it's pretty
Netherlands.
safe to you go the top two for sure.
Yeah. So the question is, which one will prevail? Now, obviously, Dominican Republic on paper might be the best team in the tournament, but the thing is, last year they didn't perform up to that. And Venezuela, I'm pretty sure, was the one seed in that.
Yes.
So the question is, which one will be the one seed
I
this
think they
year?
did. I still think Dominican Republic will be the one seed this year.
I agree. So we'll go Dominican Republic with Venezuela, and then we're on to the quarterfinals. Yep.
Yep.
Happy with that? Yep. Easy.
Yes.
The first
Yep.
game of the quarterfinals we have is Cuba versus the United States. So basically, hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
I
just
mean,
they'll have yeah. I just don't see a world where Cuba win that.
both teams will have it. Neither do I. Like, both are really good teams, but Cuba just is not that good compared to the US. Like, they've got really good players, it just will not beat the US.
Completely agree. So United States move on. The next one we also have hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby. Team Australia versus Dominican Republic. And especially if
Yeah,
Dominican
it's
Republic gets
essentially the
it,
same game.
yeah.
It's going to be pretty easy for the Dominican Republic, I think.
There's not much Alex Hall is
Um,
going to be able to do against fucking I don't know, Sandy Alcantara or something like that. Probably
unless, yeah, unless the only way that we win that game is if our bats score 20 runs, I think.
that
You
won't
know?
happen.
Uh,
Um, or Warwick
yeah,
Southall for a
our
complete
pitching
game
won't stop
shutout.
that offense.
I know for that game,
Yeah,
if we do make it, we'll have
I,
yeah, I agree. If we actually have that quarter, if we get into that quarterfinal, one of the Wells brothers will throw for us. I know that because they're both major leaguers, but they're not going to be able to do much against.
yeah,
Yeah. So Dominican
no,
Republic
I
move
don't
on.
think so.
Especially if they've been the one seed, they're gonna have momentum, and there's no way they drop against Team Australia.
Yep.
All right, next
Oh,
one.
100%.
This is a good game. This might be one of the games of the tournament.
This is
Mexico
a
versus
very good
Puerto
game.
Rico. Now this one I'm actually stumped on. This one's interesting. Because
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico have still like MJ Malone. Like they've got good guys. I just can't think of them right now for hitters wise and pitching wise. Mexico have Randy, Jaron Duran, all these hitters. They've also got some very solid pitchers, as we all know. And yeah,
Yeah. I reckon it'll be pretty close. I wouldn't be surprised if this game goes into extras at all, either.
well, we just know it'll be a good
Like,
game.
100% it will.
I've got Mexico going forward though because I
But
just think
I
their lineup will be a bit better.
think Mexico go through.
I think Mexico go through. They've got better bats in their lineup. I know that. And they'll have I know there's one starter who they've got who's just gonna go he'll be their the main pitcher for that game. They'll have guys rested because their pool's pretty easy. Unlike Puerto Rico, who
Yeah,
actually have to work a bit for their pool.
true. They'll actually have to actually try and get through their pool
While
instead
Mexico can
of
just,
being
yeah,
able to just pretty much lock in a top 1 or 2 spot. Um, I don't know. Puerto Rico, just because they do. Yes, they have the harder games coming in, but I think that makes them go on like
more
a bit
locked
of a
in.
run almost.
So we're both
I don't know.
stumped. I think we need to flip a coin. All right. Well, let's
Yeah,
Google heads or
yeah.
tails. All right, Google. What is it? Oh wait. So I won't count this one. Okay, heads will be Mexico. Tails is Puerto Rico. Flip again. Here we go.
Yeah,
Tails. Puerto Rico 3.
Puerto Rico. All right, that's
This could
good. I
be a
like
good
that as
game.
well.
This could be a good game. Venezuela versus
This will
Japan.
be a good. It
Could
could
be a
be a
good
good game.
game.
See Japan winning it. Offense
Well,
is too good.
you got to think about it. Remember,
Like,
Venezuela almost beat USA last year while in the semis, but Trey Turner hit the grand slam. I just remember they would have won that game if Trey Turner struck out there
true,
or got out there.
but
I still think Japan though. I'm with you. Japan is just too good.
oh,
They're not going to go
100%.
out that
Their
quickly.
pitching is just way too good.
They'll throw
Like
Yoshinobu for that game
their
because then he'll
offense.
be right. So they'll start. They'll start
Oh,
Yoshinobu, and then they'll give him the break for the semi-final, and then he'll start the final.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then
I
yeah,
reckon that's
then they've
exactly
got
what
other
will happen.
guys. Yeah, I agree. Um,
Like, and if they really need to, like, Otani will throw a dig, I'm sure.
Agreed. Now
Even though he
this
said
is
he's not
going to
going to
be
pitch, but
good. The US versus Dominican Republic. And if Dominican Republic have made it this far,
that's a
then
very
that
good
means they're
game.
firing on all cylinders. Actually, to be fair, they've just beat Team Australia,
Yeah.
so maybe not. Imagine if Australia make it this far and
Yeah,
then
they
they play
didn't
the
really have
US. That'd be nuts.
we're going to get 30-0, I think.
Well, we won't make it past Dominican Republic. If we made it to the quarterfinals again this year, that'd be a
Not a
success.
chance.
We just need to make a passport play. But
Yeah.
who have you got
That
here?
getting out a pool play for us is like a win, I think.
Yeah, for sure. If we make it out of pool play, it's more than a success, especially if we're beating teams like Korea.
100%. For me, this one, I think I am going to stick with the US, though.
I'm not. I'm
I
going with
think.
Dominican Republic because if Dominican Republic have made it this far, that means they
Yeah.
have, especially if they got the 1 seed, that means everything's working. They've been playing as a team for like 6 or 5 games. They've gelled as a team. They're winning. They're all pumped up. They think they can actually put up a fight. We know that Scuba or Skeens won't be starting this game because they both said they're only going to make 1 or 2
Yeah.
starts. So they'll go up against Clay Holmes or something.
Yeah, but then it will just be who's their last one? It's Screwball Skeens and who's their third starter?
I'm trying to think.
Logan Webb, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like Libya, something like that. I still
Pretty
don't back
sure
like
Logan
like
pretty
I
well
don't I
against
can
these guys.
you gotta remember how good this Dominican Republic lineup is. It is the best lineup on paper in the tournament by far. Like you've got like Cattell Marte, Juan Soto. Like it's just loaded from top to
I
bottom.
think it's the best offensive lineup, yes, for sure. But
That's what I'm saying. If they made it this far and
if
then
one
they
guy's
don't have to
struggling
face
out there, for the US pitching wise, they've got how many other options? They got tons of pitching depth and options.
Dominican Republic, we're going heads US and then tails. It's tails. Fuck you, I get this one this time. All
Oh,
right.
Dominican Republic.
Semi.
Okay, yeah.
Oh wow. This one is. Look, if Puerto Rico made it this far, who knows? Maybe they might put up a fight, but I think we're going to both agree it's going to be Japan again.
If Puerto Rico, it should be. It pretty comfortably should be Japan in that one.
Because it'll be a Sasaki game or something, or a Shoto Minaga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Japan 3.
I
And the,
reckon probably Shota.
yeah, it'll be Shota
Then
or
they would
something, and then they can
leave
save Sasaki and
Sasaki
Yamamoto.
and Yamamoto for the final.
So we have the final Dominican Republic versus Japan. I've got Dominican Republic. If they've made it this far and they just rolled the United States,
Wow.
Japan hasn't
Very
played anything like competitive, like as much as I say competitive. Puerto Rico is not a top 4 team, even though they've made it to this far. I don't think, in my opinion.
yeah, they're
And
not.
yeah, and Japan have gone up against what? So we'll go back. I can't go back, but yeah, they've played Puerto
They
Rico.
haven't gone up against much, but it just means they have their pitches available. I think,
But I know I've got Dominican Republic.
and their pitching is just so much better, and they've still
It
got the off.
is, it is, but you got to remember how good the lineup is. Dominican Republic, like 1 to 9, you've got Major League Baseball 3 hitters batting 8 and like 9.
Is it not the same for Japan though? At this rate, like a
No,
league
because remember
sides,
they
either
haven't
this
like
year or next
they've
year.
like you got to remember like for batting 3 for them would be like Masataka Yoshida or something, and then they've got Otani 2, say Suzuki 4, and even thinking about that, that's not that strong. Like it's strong, don't get me wrong, but and they also play well as a team, but their 7, 8, 9 will be just MPP guys, as it
Yeah,
has
but how
been
many of
in
those
previous
guys
years.
like are teams looking to sign, but they can't based on like that rule of how many years they have to play in Japan or whatever?
Oh, I don't know. But yet again, like fifth, sixth will be like
That's
Okamoto, who's batting fifth or sixth for the Blue Jays. Like, you know what I mean? They're not as stacked
yeah,
as Dominican Republic, and if they have a pitcher, who they will, if they make it to the final, they have a rested pitcher who's ready to go. I'm trying to. I'll just search up the pitchers. I'll get the WBC team list up, and I'll basically just we'll do because this is the final. We'll actually put some thought into this. Dominican Republic, we have Sandy, Camilo Duvall, Brian Bayo, Carlos Estevez, Luis Severino, Dennis Santana, Wandy Peralta, Gregory Soto, Christopher Sanchez will be starting that game. Christopher Sanchez has finished
really?
second in the Cy Young this
Or
year
they
for
give it
NL.
to Sandy?
No way, they give it to Sanchez. Sanchez finished second in Cy Young, and Sandy had like a 4 ERA.
It's,
It'll go to Sanchez
Sandy's
for
won a
sure.
Cy Young, right?
We're talking about like 2021, bro. Sandy hasn't been good for a couple of years.
It hasn't, no.
Plus, he'll probably come in later in the game. Both of them will pitch. It's just about who starts. They've got a really good pitching. Like they've got
They
Camilo
both do,
Duvall
yeah.
too. And then the hitting lineup would be Austin Wells, Junior Caminero, Blake Guerrero Jr., Manny Machado, Ketel Marte, Jeremy Pena, and then outfielders of O'Neill Cruz, Julio Rodriguez, Juan Soto, and Fernando Tatis Jr. O'Neill Cruz doesn't even
Yeah.
start. That's how good this team is. And then
I
we
mean, I
look
reckon it'll
Team
be a close game. I reckon, yeah, it will be like one of those games that's like 2-1 or something like that. It'll be a scoring game, but
and notable Japan pitchers Yamamoto, Kikuchi. Oh, there's no Imanaga. Yeah, right. He
I've
must
seen it
not
on
have
the
been doing
team.
it. No, he must have been blocked by the Cubs or something. But yeah, they've just got all MPP guys, obviously, and then Kikuchi
Wow.
and
Well, if
Yamamoto.
he's not on the team, I might be joining you and saying Dominican Republic then.
Catcher, I don't know who that is. I recognize Murakami and Okamoto in the infield, and the outfielders I know
Yep.
Seiya Suzuki, Yoshida, and Kondo because Kondo was the card name of the show. So it's and then Otani. So I'm still sticking with Dominican Republic. I
Yeah.
still think they're better.
Now
What
actually
do you
hearing
think?
some of the play, like knowing that Japan does not have Imano for Dominican
Hmm.
Republic, this is up in the final.
Yeah, I completely agree. So I'm happy to go with Dominican Republic to be
Yeah.
your World Baseball Classic champions. All right. Who
Yeah.
knows? I'll sign in. I'll submit those picks, and I think there's like a $10,000 prize if we win. So, like, if we get everything right. So
Yeah.
we'll split the money if we win. Okay.
Sounds good.
That sound good to you? All right. Well, anyways, we'll call it there.
Sounds
I
very
hope
good.
everyone is excited for the WBC. It starts on. I gotta think about Americans here. 1 second. It starts. Is America ahead or behind? Behind.
Behind.
Fine. So it starts on Wednesday. It is the 8th of March on Wednesday. No, 7th of March for you guys. 7th of March on Wednesday is the start of the WBC. I hope everyone is excited because I don't know about you, Dylan, but I am pumped. I've never been so excited for. I'm more excited than this in a World Series. The only reason I get more excited for a baseball tournament would be if the Braves made the World Series.
Yeah,
What do you
I
think?
mean, it is going to be better than like most games like in the World Series. Have so many games and so little time. So much better.
Completely agree. And like people, when they represent their country, I know like they've said it before, they've said it in open interviews. It means more to them to win this tournament and represent their country than to play Major League
Yeah,
Baseball. And we've seen that with the energy and stuff for the previous years. So yeah, like we're excited, and our team's not going to make it past the quarterfinals an absolute maximum.
yeah.
So
Unless we somehow get like the 1 seed and have it in the next
there's no
round,
way we're getting the
won't
one
happen.
seed. We're not beating Team Japan in full play. The best thing we can do is maybe roll like. Well, it's going to be either Venezuela or Dominican Republic we play in the quarterfinal if we make it. So I don't think we're beating either of them. But
Yeah,
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
no,
Well,
I don't
hopefully,
think so.
if we make it a full play, I'll be very, very, very happy
Uh,
because I want to see Warwick Southpole K
yes.
Cunha because he's going to get sorted.
I
All right. Anyways, we'll be
don't know about that.
watching. We'll call it there. It's actually been quite a big podcast because we like to yap, I guess. But yeah, leave a comment on what you think's gonna happen, where we stuffed up in our predictions. If the coin flip was incorrect and chose wrong, let us know. Follow us on all platforms. This will be on YouTube and Spotify, and maybe some clips are through, I don't know, TikTok and that. But yeah, but anyways, if you've listened all this way, really appreciate you. Anyways, we'll love you and leave you, and we'll catch you another time. See you guys.